Morning, children. Today we are going to discuss about chapter 16 of the history. Okay, the election process in India. As you know that India is the largest democratic country in the world, so it needs election. Without the election, there is no value of democracy. Okay, so election. What is the election system in India? Election system. Suppose you are going for a election system in India. What is the election system in India? As in a vast country like India, it is never possible for the people to gather and take a decision. Direct election cannot be held here. Direct democracy is not possible here in India because the population of India is very vast. Okay, so the need for the election arises. India is the largest democratic country in the world. Since independence, a strong basis for the democratic value was laid by the election. So the Election Commission of India conduct election in our country. Okay, who conduct the election? Election Commission of India. Election Commission of India. Election Commission of India conducts election. So you have to write these points. Okay. This commission frames a code of conduct to the political parties also. What they have to do, what they should not do. So all these framework has been done by the Election Commission of India. It declares the result of the election and submit to the central and state authority concerned. By this, it becomes easy to form the government. So after the election, the counting has been done. Okay, and the result will be declared and submitted to the central and state government. So let us now see the Election Commission of India. What is the Election Commission of India? Election Commission of India came into existence. Write down. Election Commission of India came into existence on 25th January 1950. So Election Commission was started from 25th January 1950. So what is this? This is an autonomous body. Okay, autonomous constitutional body. So what is the Election Commission of India? Election Commission of India is a constitutional body, autonomous body. With its authority, it prepares the electoral rolls and conduct the election to Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, state legislative bodies. Okay, the president and the vice president. So all the election are being held by Election Commission of India. Autonomous status of Election Commission. It is a very difficult to conduct the election in India because of a huge population. So during the British time, so when Britishers were ruling over India, only 14% people they have the voting right. Okay, population had the right to vote at the time of first general election. So our first general election, write down. First general election was conducted. Election was conducted in 1952. So when after the independence, the first general election was conducted in 1952. There were 17.32 crores. That time, 1952. At present, a number of voters is above 67 crores in India. Today, okay, up to the last census, we had 67 crores and more. Okay. For such a country, the Election Commission conduct election with the help of about 45 lakhs of people, 45 lakhs of staff. To conduct the election in India, Election Commission needs 45 lakhs staff. Okay. So this is the logo, election logo. It will ask for a 2 mark. What is the election logo of India? Election Commission logo. Election Commission logo. What is the logo? See here. This is the Election Commission logo. This is the Election Commission logo. Nirbachan Ayog. Okay. Then the Chief Election Commissioner. So for the Election Commission of India, there is a Chief Election Commissioner of India. Commissioner. With the Chief Election Commissioner, how they are elected. The Chief Election Commissioner is the head of the Election Commission. So he is the head of the Election Commission. The Constitution guarantees certain powers to the Chief Election Commissioner to conduct election for central and state legislature in a smooth and fair manner. To conduct the election, the Constitution has granted, issued some powers to the Chief Election Commissioner. Okay, usually he or she is 6 years or up to 65 years of age, which is from Indian Civil Service. He comes from Indian Civil Service. IAS. Okay, the most experienced IAS people, they become the Chief Election Commissioner. His tenure is 6 years, or when he attains 65 years of age, whichever is earlier. If he attains 65 years before the completion of the 6 years, he has to resign. Okay, or before reaching 65 years, if he completes 6 years, that's enough. Whichever is less, whichever is earlier. Earlier, the Chief Election Commission of India had only one election commissioner. A 3-member commission has came into existence. Previously, there was only chief election, only one election commissioner was one. But nowadays, from 1993, to support him, 3 other members are being granted for him. Chief Election Commissioner and 2 election commissioner, totally 3. Chief Election Commissioner and 2 more election commissioner. They are not called as the chief. Chief is only one, and to assist him, other election commissioners are there. In Indian political system, the election commission has been playing an important role. So, the people of India came to know about the election commission after TN session. TN session. TN session. He was from 1990. He was the Chief Election Commissioner. 1990 to 1996. Assumed the office, the election commission earned considerable popularity. From there, people came to know that we have a election commission. Okay. There was a nationwide recognition to the powers of election commission. So the person TN session only started the voter ID in India. Okay. So what are the recommendations he made? Very important question. What were the recommendations of TN session? 14 days time limit for campaigning after the date of withdrawal. So after withdrawal of the party, only 14 days will be allowed for campaigning. One candidate should not contest from more than 2 constituencies. 2 constituency only one candidate can contest. If any candidate is punished for 2 years, he or she is barred from the contesting election for the next 6 years. So he recommended that if any candidate is punished for 2 years by the criminal law, he cannot contest for next 6 years. If the contesting candidate expire, the election shall be postponed but not to be abolished. So suppose there are some contestants are there in a constituency. If one contestant dies, okay, expires, then it will be postponed. The election will be postponed but not abolished. After the completion of the campaign time, sale of liquor shall be banned for 48 hours. Nowadays, you can see 48 hours before the election, 48 hours liquor should be banned. Okay, these are the recommendations by T.N. Session. Now, we will discuss about function of election commission. Function of election commission, 4 mark answer. What are the functions of election commission? Okay, article 324 to 329 para 15 of the constitution state the formation, powers and the functions of election commission. The constitution gives some powers to the election commission to conduct election. So what are the powers? First is administrative. You can get this question for 1 mark, 2 mark, and 4 mark also. Administrative function. Then advisory function. Note it down. Then quasi judicial functions. Okay, so these are the 3 functions of election commission. Under these functions, the election commission prepares electoral roll. So in the administrative, it prepares electoral roll, revises them in due time. That means some people die. Okay, within the 5 years of span, some people die, some new people will come. So there will be a revisions and revises it. Demarcation of the constituency. One constituency from which place to which place. Demarcation. It is done by election commission. And their territorial limit as per the delimitation of the commission. So it decides. It announces the schedules of election. So election schedule will be declared by the election commission. Receives nomination, scrutinizes, finalizes the polling date, gives recognition to the political party. So it also gives the recognition to the political party and allowed the symbols to them. So whatever the contestants are there, the symbols will be allotted by the election commission. So already those who are supported by the different political parties, existing political party, they have their own symbol. But some people are there, those who are independent. The independent symbol will be given by this election commission. It frames and implement the code of conduct to be followed by the party during the election. In the next course, we will discuss about what are the code of conduct for the political parties. It appoints an inquiry officer to observe the electoral malpractices. So malpractices means what? Malpractices means at the time of election, certain rules are there that should be followed. If you cross that rule, that is called as a malpractice. We will later on we will discuss about that. It advises advisory function. What is the advisory function? Advises the president and the government of the state regarding the disqualification of the representative to the parliament and the state legislature. So it advises central government as well as the state government also regarding the disqualification of the representatives. it solve the disputes between the party. So any dispute arise between the among this political party, it will be solved by election commission. At this time, it acts like a quasi-judicial authority. Like a judicial authority, it acts. Okay. Judicial authority. As per the guidelines issued by the Election Commission of India, all the people who attain the age of 18, so without any discrimination of caste, gender and creed, then when a person 18 or above get the voting right, it is called as a universal adult franchise. We have the universal adult franchise. Before the 1st January in the year of election, suppose in 2011 we have election. So in the 2011 example I am telling, 2011 we have 21. 2021 we have election. Suppose. So on 1st January, a person should attain 18 years. If he attains 18 years on 1st January of the year of election, then he will be given a voting right. Without any discrimination of caste, creed and religion, gender, language, shall be registered as a voter. Okay. The right to vote without any discrimination is called as a universal adult franchise. Write down. The right to vote without any discrimination is called universal adult franchise. Universal adult franchise. Universal adult franchise. 1 mark question. What is universal adult franchise? Means the right to vote without any discrimination is called universal adult franchise. The body of voters is called as electorate. What is electorate? Write down. The body of voters is called electorate. Electorate. Okay, so these are the important points. Okay, so regarding the political parties and the code of conduct, we will discuss about it in the next session. Okay, so I will send you the textbook copy and as well as the key points of this lesson. Try to understand the lesson properly. Okay, thank you.